Good evening, everybody. Let's start the press conference after the game. Unit Holon, Hapoel, against Rio Breogan. Winning team head coach and player number 11, CJ Harris. So, CJ, comments about the game?
Yeah, it was an amazing overall game for us. Everybody contributed, and they played very well, but we were able to stick together through tough times and get the win. So it was great.
Coach, comments about the game?
First, I wanted to thank you, but you are here before everything because you help us so much, and we feel like home. Just the fans, okay, we miss the fans for sure, and we think about them a lot, but you guys from the federation, you did everything to make us feel welcome and really to host this game. It was very important to us. We need to be better on the one-on-one defense. We play some zone, but in the end, everything is one-on-one defense, and we cannot get stretch of 4 threes that brings us back to the game. And I hope, and I glad that our experienced players and went inside, make two big threes, and we could handle the game. Next week it will be a very, very aggressive and hard team. They have a great home court and they're a good team, and we cannot wait for the next game.
Guys, how do you think the fact that the team didn't play in the last 2 weeks from the last game against Telecom Bonn, how it affect on this game?
It's not easy to say. You never know. When you play regular, you pretty have a feeling about how you're going to play. So now you're coming, you don't know exactly. 2 weeks without the game, it's a lot. But we practice well, and everybody doing everything in Cyprus and here to give us the best conditions. So we kept it as much as possible. But in the end, the players give everything they can, and they didn't seem too surprised, let's say, from the game, and I'm glad it was okay.
CJ, in the last month and almost a half, your family is with you, from place to place, outside of Israel. Tell us a little bit what does it feel for you, like with the family, how you're dealing this situation?
My family being here makes it a lot easier because they're always there to support me and everything. There's minor inconveniences every day with the traveling and living in hotels, but at the end of the day, we're blessed to be able to play basketball during times that are really difficult. So when we step out there, we're just happy to play basketball.
Okay, guys, thank you very much.
Good job, man.
Sorry.
Right, that's the first question for CJ. Obviously, playing in an empty gym kind of had to remind you of the COVID times, didn't it? Yeah. How did it feel playing in an entire empty gym after all you've been through?
It's not easy, but what can you do? I mean, we're not used to it, but we've got a taste of not playing with fans, like you said, back in COVID, and it sucks that we can't have fans there, but just to be out there and to play on the court. Once the game gets going, you're not really even paying attention to what's going on. So in that case, you just focus on doing your best out there.
With all you've been through as an organization, as a player, as a coach, does it take away a bit from the joy of winning those 2 games?
Oh, no, absolutely not, because when we're out there, we're playing for a bigger, our heavy hearts, we're playing for a bigger cause. It's not just a game to us at the moment, and going out there and being able to play and win, we know we're able to bring some joy to people back in Israel, and that means the world to us.
You've actually had a great shooting night overall, but you went like ballistic in the first half, 7 from 9. What went right? Was it the game plan, not exposing, but utilizing the threes? That's for Coach probably.
I think we take most of good shot, okay, maybe except 2 ISO from CJ. Most of it was the spot-up freeze. We try to stretch the game. They have advantage inside. They took more rebounds. They went inside to the post, and we have advantage when we spread our bigs, that most of them are good shooters. We cannot rely only on this. We need post-up all the time from the guards. We need the drives. We need the post-up from the forwards. We need the drive from the guards. But it definitely helps us because when we shoot the threes, the defense is stretching out and we can have more space into drive. It's always a combination.
Like it's usually said that basketball is a game of runs. And you were up by 18 at one point in the third quarter, then you were only up by 3, then you were up like 7, 8, 9, then you're only up by 1. What went right during that stretch when you were up 18, and what helped you to win the game in the end?
What helped us is controlling the tempo. Controlling the tempo means for me to force them long offenses and one-on-one in the end, and not post-up, kick-out, and early freeze. Okay? And we got 4 frees, 1 tough, but 3 frees that we can prevent. And it changed the momentum. It gives them a lot of confidence, and it gives us a little bit lack of confidence. In the end, we'll rely on our defense, on the one-on-one. Doesn't matter how we start the possession. We must stay in front of players, playing good one-on-one, defending good the pick and roll. And every time we did it, we get a good runs. Every time we go out of it and they make the easy shots, they go back to the game.
Amin Noah had an up and down game. When you look at the score sheet, you probably one of the first things you see is he has 6 turnovers, but he was crucial in the end, making 2 big shots and scoring a lot of points. Can you tell me a few words about him as a person and a player today?
As a person, I think he's amazing. He's coming to us after 6 years in EuroLeague and Euro Cup. It was part of good teams. He came to us here to be one of the main guys, to use his inside and outside game. The turnovers came because I think 3 turnover, something on the shot fake. Maybe in the EuroLeague they call it different, I don't know. But for us it's very important because we think his advantage, because he have outside game, inside game, he defend, took the rebound. The most important basket was a tip that he did from offensive rebound. So just I hope you continue like this.
And now for both of you, probably a message for the Israeli fans watching at home.
Say again? I'll
A
jump
message for the Israeli fans watching at home.
Thank you for your support during these tough times. We're always thinking and praying about all of you guys in Israel. We're going to continue to play hard and hopefully bring some smiles to your faces.
I think CJ said it the best. We always think about, first, again, we have two from our guys from the heart of the team that in reserve in the army. Our logistic manager, Osher, and our assistant coach, Ido, and we send them all the best. For all our fans, really, we miss them so much. It's hard to explain how much we miss our home, our arena, and the fans and everything that is around the team, because people really live this team, and from game to game, they used to go to see every game, sometimes 2, 3 times a week, and now it's only in 1 or 2 weeks. And for all the people back home, our hearts in Israel, for sure, with everybody that recruited to the army, with the soldier, with the people that got hurt, and for sure, the people that got kidnapped, and all the beginning of the game. It's maybe more important than the game, to put it in the front headlines, because they need to come back home. Thank you. Thank you.
continue the press conference with head coach Veljko Mrsic from Rio and player Muhammad Diouf. Coach, comments about the game?
Nothing. We saw today two different periods in the first 20 minutes and beginning of the third quarter. Team of Hapoel Holon dominate the game. They had a really good shooting night, and after in last 15 minutes we start to play better defensively first of all, and then from good defense we create some good situations offensively, and came over there 2 times, once to -1, few times -3, but Holon responded really well, make some tough shots in next offenses, and nothing. Now we have to learn from this game. In this competition, you cannot have 20 bad minutes to win the game.
Okay. Comments?
There is not too much to say. We start the first couple of minutes good, but after we lost focus and energy, and they used that like motivation, and we didn't match their energy. And after in the second part of the game, we wasn't focused. We wasn't play like a team, and that's it.
Okay. Are there any questions?
So, you were included in the starting 5. You were the focus of the offense, at least on some possessions, but you ended up playing just under 10 minutes. What did they do to stop the plan involving you in the offense? How did?
Sir, I didn't understand what you said.
Okay. You were included in the starting 5, and you were the focus of the offense in some first possessions of the game, but you ended up playing under 10 minutes. What did Hapoel do to limit you in the offense in the first quarter?
Like I said before, like they didn't do too much. It was just us, especially me, that I was supposed to help my team better, being more focused, and that's the thing that let me in under 10 minutes. I wasn't focused. I wasn't ready to help my team in the best way.
For the coach, you mentioned that it was a game of runs. You were down by 18, but managed to get back to just -3 in the third quarter in just a couple of minutes. What went right during that period that helped you cut the deficit down?
We started to play better defense. We started to make them more difficult to move the ball. We started to contest their shots and make some steals. And from this good defense, they didn't have time to put their zone because they were playing almost like 40 minutes this 3-2 matchup zone, and we were there overthinking in some moments. After good defense, they didn't have time to set their defense well, and we were attacking them beginning of in transition. So we create some good shots, we get confidence, and after we started to move the ball better and started to create better shots.
Your opponent, Hapoel Holon, was 7 for 9 in the first half from the 3-pointers. They ended up shooting over 60%. Was that their lucky night, your defensive struggles, or a mix of both?
Listen, they scored really some tough shots, but those tough shots came late in the game, already when they gain confidence after scoring on the beginning. Now, it was lucky night or our problem defensively. For sure, they have quality. They have quality, good players. We knew that they are a good shooting team, and our plan was to contest their shots. But they create a lot of problems for us with pick and pop with their big this number 2 Noah on the beginning of the game. He scored three times 3 points. So some shots were lucky shots, but many times luck follows the brave people. They have been brave and they deserve this win.
The question more for Mohamed. This game had to remind you of the COVID times. When you were playing in empty arenas, what's the feeling of coming back to play in the front of the empty gym?
It's difficult to play without the fans because they are our 6 men, and in the tough moment, the fans sometimes help you, cheering you up when you are down, and try to help you to give more energy. But the problem is not that we have other problem that we have to fix in practice.
Probably the last question for the coach. You play against Hapoel Holon again next week. What do you take away from this game that could help you win the game next week?
Listen, we have to continue our second half. Our second half with that kind of the energy, and only like that we can win the game. Will be different atmosphere. We are playing home. Will be many people. This, what you mentioned before, was a little bit advantage for them because even last game they played without fans. This was first game for us to play without fans, and they have been beginning of the game more motivation, more energy, and we knew that we can expect that. We were talking before the game about that, but didn't react well on the court, and we have resolved that problem before next game. Thank you.
Guys.